This is He Knows Everything, bringing you that heat and fire. All right, man. Let's talk about it. It is very clear that the Spence Crawford fight, the more and more you dissect the Spence versus Crawford fight, the more and more you have to say something fishy is going on. And the reason why I say this is because why is a doctor coming into the ring to check on Errol Spence early on into the fight? Like, it's ridiculous. And then on top of that, do it multiple times. Where did Terence Crawford get all of this power all of a sudden to where he's able to just stop somebody emphatically like that? Come on, man. It's a things that make you say, It's a things that make you say, See, in all essence, when the rematch happens, right now, Terence Crawford has won the battle, but Errol the True Spence is going to win the war. Let me say it again. Terence Crawford has won the battle, but Errol the True Spence is going to win the war. You see, there's a rematch that's going to get enacted. Terence Crawford understands that this has to be at 154. He's going to try to pull some 147, because right now in the rematch, he kind of got some leverage or whatever. He's going to try to see if he can keep Errol the True Spence weight drained. But 154 is the logical weight class for this to happen, and it's the right thing. It's supposed to happen at 154. In order for this fight to be electric, in order for this fight to take place, in order for this fight to happen. In the back of my mind, I said it on a live so long ago, I didn't even want to let my mind get to it. But with the outcome of the fight, now I have to exercise what I said on a live with Tom Ross TV. Tom Ross alluded to it too, but he's going to be straightforward and tell you guys that hats off to Terence Crawford. And I respect him for that. But you know what? I'm going more and more in on this because something is fishy. I said something was fishy. I was talking to Tom Ross offline, and then I mentioned in the live, I said something's fishy about the fact that when the winner or loser or somebody winning or losing, they were going to enact a rematch nevertheless. I should have said in the back of my mind, the sport of boxing, man, is a dark sport. So when shit happens, and you have to expect all of these different nuances. That's fishy behavior. Because it opens it up and it leaves it room when you have a trilogy situation for someone to supposedly win. So when it's all said and done, when I look at this fight and I look at the magnitude of the fight, I have to tell myself straightforward, and I have to tell myself when it's all said and done that Errol the True Spence is going to be back stronger than ever, better than ever, and he's going to dominate, and he's going to beat Terence Crawford in the second fight. I'm telling you guys this right now. He said he's going to be better. The fight is going to be closer, and I'm going to ride with the motherfucker. See, I don't leave the ship because the ship has sailed. I don't leave the ship because the ship is sinking. I'm not like everybody else. Because I understand right now, this is what you call adversity. Right now, this is what you call trials and tribulations. Right now, this is what you call ebbs and flows. Right now, this is what you call peaks and valleys. Right now, this is what you call ups and downs. But he's going to get through this. He's going to be better. But at the same time, something about this, it just don't feel right, man. I know I'm not the only one that's thinking this. I just can't put my thumb on it. This is the first time that how shady stuff has happened, fishy behavior has taken place, but you don't know. You just know in your bones that something is not right. You cannot sit here and tell me when you looked at Errol the True Spence, you said that was Spence. You cannot sit here and tell me how did Terence Crawford all of a sudden get power like this. Power is something that is God gifted. You don't have power like that. We know Terence Crawford can hit people and he could stagger people, but to drop Errol Spence, durable like that, Emmanuel Larty, a big 154 pounder, couldn't even buckle him. Spence has never been buckled. And to get buckled as many times as he did by Terence Crawford. Now we know Terence Crawford used snack. So I'm gonna let y'all put 2 and 2 together on that. Let me say it again. I know he used snack, so we gonna put 2 and 2 together. See, we gotta start using the evidence here. Victor Conte, just go look at Balco, go look at Barry Bonds, go look at Alex Rodriguez. Then he created Biogenesis. Look at LeBron. You know, just put 2 and 2 together. Jameer Nelson, put 2 and 2 together. Rashard Lewis, put 2 and 2 together, man.
Go ahead,
and then you're gonna see something is fishy about this whole scenario, about this whole situation. And when it's all said and done, if we're being honest here, we're calling a spade a spade. We're keeping it a buck. We're keeping it real. We're keeping it 1,000. Spence didn't look like Spence. And Crawford looked like a Crawford we've never seen before. So there's a lot of suspect stuff that has happened here. A lot of fishy behavior that has taken place. And to be honest with you guys, talking about this is something that we need to talk out, because at the end of the day, I went back and looked at this and I said, there's too many variables here that's off. So we know Al Heyman is a shrewd businessman. And at the end of the day, when it comes to business, business is business, man. There's nothing personal in business. No matter how much I like somebody, no matter how much I rock with someone, there's nothing personal in business. Business is business. But let's be honest. Terence Crawford struggles against Errol Spence leftovers. Spence demolishes these guys at their best. But when they fight each other, all of a sudden Terence Crawford is able to overpower Spence like he's the better boxer. When he's been hurt, when he's been damaged, when he's been beat up by lesser opponents. But he gets into the ring with Errol Spence, and Errol Spence forgets durability. He forgets tactical aggression. He forgets technical punching placement. He forgets body snatching work. He forgets that he's the levying onslaught of the punishment style. I mean, the opposite took place. It was like Crawford was throwing levying onslaughts of hooks. That's a storybook telling right there. That's what you do when you create a fairy tale. That's what you do when you create an illusion. That's what you do when you put people under a spell. That's what you do when you drop that voodoo on people. And that's what they did in this fight. Something about this fight is not adding up. Something about this fight is not right. And as the weeks come in, we're going to get more and more intel. I know I'm not the only one that feels like this. I know I'm not the only one that thinks this. But if I have to lead everybody into the charge of getting their ideologies, getting their mentalities, getting their mindsets fixed on this, then we have to talk it out, because I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is my sole position. This is where I stand. And right now, Terence Crawford and the Budman fans have won the battle, but they ain't going to win the war, man. See, I'm in this for the long haul because I understand the long game. And in the long game, Errol Spence took the loss. He didn't get undisputed at 147, but he's going to get something better. You know, Floyd Mayweather made a comment that was a great comment. A minor setback for a major comeback. Let me tell you something, man. This is going to be the biggest minor setback for the greatest major comeback. Let me say it again. It's going to be the biggest minor setback for the greatest major comeback. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat truth teller fashion. I keeps the foot on the whoop on the knees. I keeps the foot on the whoop on the knees. This is He Knows Everything. Check it out.